Hello students, today we are going to start the chapter 3, metals and non-metals. There are 118 elements till now it has been discovered. These 118 elements have been divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. First we'll go with the definition of metals. What are metals? Metals are defined as those elements which possess luster when freshly cut and are malleable, ductile and good conductors of heat and electricity. This definition you people have learned in the junior grade. Metals can also be defined as elements which lose their electron and form a positive ion. That means they are electropositive elements. All the metals are electropositive elements as they have extra electrons, so that they lose the electron and they form positive ions. Like sodium's atomic number is 11. To get the noble gas configuration, it has to lose one electron, so it forms a Na plus E minus. Examples of metals are sodium, potassium, iron, copper, silver, gold, potassium, calcium, etc. Next, what are non-metals? Non-metals are defined as those elements which do not possess luster and neither good conductors of heat and electricity nor malleable and ductile, but they are brittle in nature. Non-metals can also be defined as those elements which may gain the electron to form negative ions, that is, they are electronegative elements. The electron which are lost by the metals, they are taken up by the non-metals. So they are electronegative elements. They take up the electron and form a negative charge. Okay, example of non-metals are oxygen, sulfur, carbon, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, etc. Next, what are metalloids? Metalloids are the elements which show the properties of both metals and non-metals. Example, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, etc. So these are the examples of metalloids. These metalloids are the elements which possess the properties of both metals and non-metals. In this session, we are going to discuss only the physical properties of metals and non-metals. These physical properties of metals and non-metals you have studied in the grade 8th, you have studied in the grade 9th. The same properties only we are going to discuss here. So physical properties of metals. Metals in the pure state possess luster, that is, they have shiny surface. They are lustrous. Metals are generally hard. The hardness varies from metal to metal. Like lithium, sodium, potassium are metals, but they are so soft that they can be cut with a knife. Metals are generally malleable, that is, they can be beaten into thin sheets. Metals are ductile. They can be drawn into wires. Gold is the most ductile metal. Metals are good conductors of heat and possesses high melting point. The best conductor of heat are silver and copper. Lead and mercury are comparatively poor conductors of heat. But see, they possess high melting point, but gallium and cesium have very low melting point. If you place gallium or cesium on your palm, they get melts. Okay. Next, metals are good conductors of electricity. Silver is the best conductor of electricity, whereas mercury is the very poor conductor. Copper and aluminium, being cheaper than silver and gold, are used for making the electrical wires. The covering of these wires with the plastic like polyvinyl chloride is done because it is an insulating material and protects us from the electric shock if touched accidentally, and when an electric current is flowing through the wire. Next, metals are sonorous. They produce sounds on striking a hard surface. Metals have high density like lithium, sodium, whereas lithium, sodium and potassium metals have low density. This is the exceptional case. They have high tensile strength, that is load bearing capacity. All metals are solid except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. So these are the properties which we have nine. The same physical properties only we are discussing here. Next, physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals do not possess any luster except iodine, which is a non-metallic solid but have luster. So exception is iodine. Iodine is lustrous. Though it is a non-metal, it is lustrous. They are soft and brittle. They are neither malleable nor ductile. They are generally bad conductors of heat and electricity. They are non-sonorous. They generally have low melting point and boiling point. They have low densities. They have low tensile strength, and they may exist in the form of solid, liquid and gas at room temperature. For solid, it's carbon. Example of solid, non-metal which is solid, that is carbon. Liquid, bromine, and gases, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Now moving on to the in-text question, which is of the page 40. Give an example of the metal which is liquid at room temperature, that is mercury, which can be easily cut with the knife. Lithium, sodium, potassium. Best conductor of heat, silver. Poor conductor of heat, lead. Next, explain the meaning of malleable and ductile. Metals are malleable because they can be into thin sheets. Gold and silver are the most malleable metals. Metals are ductile because they can be drawn into wire. That is, silver and gold are the most ductile metal. In this session, we are going to just discuss the physical properties of metals and non-metals. We have discussed physical properties of metals and non-metals. In the next session, we are going to start with the chemical properties of metals. Thank you.